Hi friends, how you doing? If you clicked on this video, you're a true friend because you care. Thank you. I know this is not going to be the most popular video, but I've gotten a lot of questions lately and I kind of wanted to address them in a video because some things need explaining. So I figured we could hang out and drink coffee together and chat. Is that weird? I haven't liked my coffee lately. I'm going through a pretty transitional time in life right now. Graduated last week, getting married in 7 weeks. It's Christmas next week. It's about to be Brooke's birthday. He'll be moving in. A lot is happening. So I just kind of figured I'd tell you where I am, what's up, what's going on. And one main thing I want to address that I wanted to address in a video is people keep asking me, where's Mordi? You know Mordi? She's my sweet little kitty. And people have noticed in my last house tour that her litter box is gone. So I wanted to explain that situation because it's too hard to type out. And if I'm being honest, I've been really nervous to explain it because I have noticed from just fostering a dog in the past and trying to find it a permanent home that people can be so mean when it comes to pets and changing situations with pets. So I'm hoping that y'all are understanding and kind because it's been a kind of hard change for me, but something that I knew has been coming since day one. So a little backstory on Mordi. So Brooke actually found Mordi almost 3 years ago. He works at a company that has a warehouse in the back, and one of the guys found her underneath a pallet. She was just a couple days old. She was the runt of the litter. She was not doing well health-wise. The mom was nowhere to be found. She was infested in fleas. All the other kittens were a little bit bigger. She was covered in this weird gunk and flea infested. And it just pulled on my heartstrings. And I was like, I need to save this cat. I need to nurse this cat back to health. I want her, I will take her. And Brooke is deathly allergic to cats. He gets really bad asthma attacks being around cats, and he was like, I don't know how that's gonna work. And I was like, I don't care, we don't live together right now. I will raise her, I will figure it out later if we ever get to that point. We were newly dating. I mean, I wasn't necessarily gonna plan my life around living with him yet. I was like, all I know is this cat doesn't have a mom, doesn't have a home, and is probably not doing so well. So I want to make her better. So my roommate and I at the time took her in, we bottle fed her, we nursed her, we helped her, literally raised her. She was this big. I have a picture actually of her sitting in a coffee cup this size with her head coming out. I'll insert the picture here. So cute. Oh, such a sweet picture. So she grew and she was healthy. And we actually, a couple people from his work took in the healthier siblings, and we have pictures of those siblings, and they were full-size cats, and she was tiny, and they had short hair, she had long hair. Anyways, I'm getting off track. She moved with me a few times, and she moved with me here, and at this point, it's been years, and I knew I was getting closer to marrying Brooke, and I was kind of worrying. I was like, I can't put my husband's-to-be's health in the way. I love this pet so much, and thankfully my last roommate had a best friend who has been around Mordi, loves Mordi, and was moving to Seattle all alone, and he was wanting a pet of some sort, and he's always wanted a cat. So it kind of worked out well. Mordi is now living with him in Seattle in preparation for marriage, so Brooke doesn't have asthma attacks while we live together, and I still feel good about the fact that she, you know, has a loving family, and that I got to love her for several years, and that I got to maybe save her life. I don't know what would have happened. I miss her a ton, but it's all for the best. I get pictures of her every day. She has so much fun in Seattle. She has this big window with this big window ledge that she sits on every day and gets to look out on the street. She actually responds better to men too. I don't know why that is. So having a dad has been really good for her. She's every time she's moved with me, which has been 3 times, she hides under furniture for a couple days, which is pretty normal for pets. But as soon as she got to Seattle, she was playing everywhere. She was playing with toys. She was sitting on the window, and that made me feel good. So that's what's up with Mordi. I've been ignoring people asking where she is because I didn't want to just quickly type it in a comment because I knew that people could misconstrue it or call me a bad cat mom or something, so I wanted to explain the whole situation. Now to fun things. So I graduated. I now have a bachelor's in science and nutrition with a focus in food service management. I graduated magna cum laude. I graduated on the dean's list. And I'm not really planning on using my degree. Is that bad? I think that's bad, but it's true. I wanted to get a degree because I knew like it was too good of an opportunity to pass up. My parents were helping me with college. I wasn't gonna not get a degree if it was, you know, being mostly paid for. So I did it because why not? And to make use of a nutrition degree, you basically have to become a registered dietitian, which is almost like a master's program. So in fact, a lot of coordinated programs, you have to get your master's degree as well. And then 1,000 hours of unpaid internships, and then you have to pass an exam. That's pretty hard. It's much like becoming a nurse, really. And then you can work in hospitals or things like that. And I kind of consider that fresh out of high school before I moved to LA. Now it's not what I want to do. So my plans for life are fuzzled. I mostly just want to keep pursuing acting, so I want to keep my daytimes free. And I'm currently serving at night, but Brooke will be working days and I'll be working nights. And I know, especially within the first year of marriage, so many couples, married couples, have told me to really make time for each other and focus on each other during that first year especially. So if not cut back my nights at the restaurant, I want to find new jobs altogether. So YouTube actually has been a source of income, which has been insane. I have finally started making money off of it, and I've been doing it for 3 years. So that's been awesome. Not a lot of money, but you know, it's pays for half my rent. So that's awesome. And I have had a pretty busy last couple months with acting. In November, I did 4 national commercials, so that was epic. So I'm hoping that after the holiday seasons, commercials pick back up, and I'm looking at virtual assistant jobs. I'm looking at social media jobs, things I can do at home, online, much like my schooling, because that worked out really well for me, and I already know the pattern of devoting 5-ish hours a day to something online, with auditions, with church, and with a night job. And then depending on how much I make, I would love to quit serving. A note about my restaurant, I work at a restaurant called True Food Kitchen. I don't know if you've been there. And for a restaurant, it is the best environment. I have the coolest coworkers, the best managers. The food is healthy, so I get to use my degree with that as well. And so I don't want to just quit just with the mentality of I can find another server job, because I don't think I can find another server job I like as much. It's just the act of serving is very stressful, and I want to see Brooke. So I'm feeling it out. I have a couple social media jobs on the horizon, so we'll see how that works out. But I'm not going to focus on that full swing until we're back from the honeymoon. Speaking of honeymoon and wedding, we are getting close. It's about to be a whirlwind. I'm leaving this next week to go home for Texas for Christmas. And while we're there, I'm doing my bachelorette, and Brooke is doing a kind of bachelor party with my uncles and my dad and the guys in the family. And then we come back. We have a couple weeks to figure out, you know, the logistics of him moving and the marriage license and stuff like that. And then January 25th is his birthday, and then I'm leaving either the 26th or the 27th to go back to Texas to be home for a week before the wedding, for, you know, appointments and things like that. And then it's the wedding, and then it's the honeymoon, and like, oh my gosh, where did the time go? I have 2 weekends at home left before the wedding. I'm really excited. The planning is mostly done. I am very type A, if you haven't picked up on that already. And I did most of the planning the first month or 2, and my mom has been amazing too. She has kind of taken on the nitty-gritty stuff that's not as fun and let me do kind of the more artistic, big picture stuff, which has been great. And all that's left is really like details. Like, for example, one thing we didn't really think through is that the band, we have a big band. It's like 8 or 9 people, because we have brass instruments too, and they need a certain size stage, and the stage needs to be set up before the ceremony, and the ceremony and the reception are in the same room. So the stage has to be pretty freaking big, which means we can seat less people. Just been things like that we have to figure out that you don't really anticipate until you're there. But it's good. We picked someone to do our espresso bar, which is my favorite part of the wedding. Let me know if you want to see vlogs of like the wedding week or maybe even of the wedding day. I can't decide if that sounds fun to do or stressful to do, so I'm gonna feel it out and see what I feel like doing the day of, because if it seems like something fun and a fun way to remember it, then heck yeah. But if it seems like one thing too many, I'm gonna enjoy the day. You understand. This is a thing. So I am trying my hardest to get Tastemade to do a cookbook with me. I'm saying this out loud, even though I don't know if I should be, because I want to know if that's something that you think you would buy. If so, let me know. Or if you're a Tastemade fan and found me through Tastemade, go comment on their social channels that we want a pretty healthy cookbook, because we think that would be awesome. And I think that would be awesome. That could be another source of income for me, another way to keep pursuing my dream and not have to be a server. That would be great. So I don't know if you know this, but my full name right now is Christiane Mikkel Jancy, and my parents decided before I was born that I'd go by Mikkel. So I was trying to figure out when I get married what my name should be, because it was hard to drop Christiane because that's my legal first name on documents and doctor's appointments and school and stuff, and I can't drop Mikkel. I go by it. I love Jancy, and in the acting world I always want to be Mikkel Jancy, and then I want to take on Smith, but at the same time I don't want 4 names. So it's been a long debate, but I think I finally settled on becoming Mikkel Jancy Smith. So I'm gonna go drop Christiane, and I'm gonna go by Mikkel Jancy for all things social, like acting and this stuff, and then be Mikkel Jancy Smith legally. So MJS. MJS. It's gonna have to grow on me. It sounds just like not my initials, because it's not. Well, thanks for being the truest of friends and clicking on this video and hanging out with me. You are the select, I'm gonna guess, 200-300 people that care. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have a lot of cool content coming up. I've noticed that home videos have been getting like thousands of views within the first week, so I will cater to that liking, and lots of new home videos coming soon. Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Talk to you soon. Bye.